Welcome back to YouTube. I didn't want you guys to miss out on this. We've had a lot of turns. I've been playing for hours now. Borderline from, the Civ developer. He's one of the developers. He came in. He gave us some advice and some help. I highly recommend watching this video from the Saxy Gamer. It's like a saxophone, how you spell it. And I watched that video yesterday because I'm really trying to finish this culture victory, and it just feels like it's dragging on. It's turning into not just one more turn, but 100 more turns. And I'm trying my best to wrap it up. We're really close, I think, to finishing this victory condition. But however, we might get to diplomacy first because Kristina is very strong in diplomacy, and we're towards the very, very end of the game. So I didn't want you guys to miss out just in case, because I want to try to keep this video to 30 minutes. So if it takes longer to get to one of those victories, I will just be like condensing this video down and trying to make sure that it fits it within that 30 minutes so we can finish this out. And I've already decided which victory condition I'm going to go for next. It's going to be a science victory. And I know who I'm going to be going with, but you'll have to tune in to find out because I like to keep it a surprise. But I really didn't want you guys to miss out on this. I've sent so many rock bands out, and it's so random that we finally got Legends of Rock top tier performance. You have been there. It was amazing. They totally melted my face. Nothing could ever top that. I'm totally going to buy every album. So we made 5,000 tourism. Look at that. 5,250 tourism generated, 200 albums sold, promotional available, and we leveled up. That's the best a rock band has done. I learned a lot watching the tutorial videos that in order to win, so this is her domestic tourists, we need to be generating more. See, it's saying we're going to win a victory in 13 turns. So we need to be putting out as much. So this number needs to match that number. That's the best way to put it. And we have lots of policies and things in place to kind of make that happen. So we're putting out 540 tourism a turn. It's just, every time I try to wrap my head around this, it just really makes it complicated. But basically, the more tourism versus AI culture output is important. Attract more tourists versus domestic tourists by other civs. So we have to attract more tourists than there are domestic tourists. And we're doing that because that's what we're doing right now. So once we get past 167, we win. Because this is the current visiting tourists we have. These are the domestic tourists of the person that's the highest that's near us, of course, actually out of all the other civs. So we're doing a really good job, and you have to have things in place that kind of makes it that you put out more pressure than they do. So rock bands are vital, just like you saw. The other thing we learned is, here we go. Seaside resorts are very important. Having like proper vendors, for instance, do certain things that put certain pressures out. Like right now, let's take a look at our government cards because that's going to be important understanding this victory. So we're trying to put out as much tourism as possible. It's not just about culture. This is a really important, like I was kind of confused with this card at first, like plus 50% tourism output to civilizations which you have a trade route. That's putting pressure on them. So when you think about it, like online communities, you're thinking about social media, that you're sending out your information saying, come to my country and come relax here, kind of thing. So that kind of confused me at first. I clarified that with Borderline, who's one of the developers for Civ. He clarified that to me. Here we are. So I've also been trying to keep our gold uptake, and when you have this much gold, you can turn around and you can keep buying great people. So I can go in here and I can continue to buy artists, which we'll just do, and you can buy great people. Okay, the other thing, so this came very late. We're very late in the game. We're past the atomic stage. I'll show you guys where we're at. So anything that's anything that gives you tourism, that's the reason why I'm going to put the mods in the description down below. Like, those mods are so helpful, and I really hope moving forward that they incorporate that into Civ 7, because being able to just see the numbers at the bottom of the cards helps. You know, it's like, oh, I know what putting this policy card is going to do and how it's going to affect my game. I think that's vital and very important. So yeah, so we're doing tourism from other players is reduced by 20% because we got to make sure that we stay above in order to meet that condition. I would have to say, out of all of the victory conditions, I would say culture is the most confusing. I wouldn't say it's the most difficult to detain or obtain. And thank you so much
Mom
for that.
Just subscribed.
For that sub. Thank you, woman. And that's a really good friend of mine. Make sure to follow Mom Madness on Twitch. She's just getting back up and streaming. So check her out. She's super chill. She's looking at like doing puzzle games and kind of indie games like that. So yeah, tourism. And this is actually at this point where I'm trying my best to do this. I don't know. We're so close. We are so close right now. It's saying 13 turns to victory, right? I mean, this is what it's looking like. But it looks like we could possibly pull off a diplomatic win, too. So it's kind of crazy right now. So she's actually extremely strong for a diplomacy win. So just remember that. Like, she adds extra things. Like, if you look at her builds, right? Okay. She adds, Sweden in the game adds 3 unique World Congress competitions starting in Industrial Era. So that's incredibly useful if you're trying to get those diplomacy points to win the game. So those are all things we're going to think about. We've got 13 turns. I want to make sure that this video is 30 minutes, and we're just going to continue on. Rock on, man. And we're going to put some music back on. And here we go. Okay, had to cut that out because the dogs were barking. Anyways, I'm back, and we are very close to finishing this. And it looks like we are so close between a diplomatic victory and a culture victory that I don't know which one we're going to end up winning today. 6 turns? I guess we're going to find out. I mean, if we wanted to slow it down and maybe just get our diplomacy victory, because apparently Kristina's like one of the best for a diplomacy victory, we could, but we're so close to a culture victory that I'm like... I'm just not sure what I want to do. I'm going so hard for a culture victory that it's like... Let's just see how things turn out. Let's just ride this crazy train. Let's ride this crazy train. Let's see where it takes us.
When we look up at night and view the stars, you can never plan the future.
Okay. How are we doing on this? This is important. Okay, we're winning. Sweden wishes to acknowledge the most peaceful nation. We shall see which one of us, the members, generating diplomatic favor. Wow, we generate a lot. This is some craziness at this point. We don't even need that, so I say let's just...
Mr. Watson, come here. I want to...
I can't fix my city because these guys are standing there. Oh, how rude. Okay, we can... who are we gonna promote next? Sure. Alright. Alright, let's do this. We leveled up again! Legends of Rock! Wow! Oh, that's awesome. That is the best rock band we have ever had. I am pleased with them. They have pleased me. Good job, rock band. Moo ha 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 ha. It just reminded me of that, what was that animation, Metalocalypse, which was on Adult Swim. So good. So good.
It ascends from the earth to the heaven.
Trees? Let's just put lots of little treesy out. Let's build a little thingy. A rock band is on fire. Ooh, let's go there. Particulars on watermark tiles earns gold. That could be good too. No great works to steal? Boo. Let's just form unrest. Wilhelm Media is now prohibiting rock concerts. Your rock bands inside their empire have been displaced to just a tile outside of their... What? That's funny. Okay. I didn't know you could get rid of rock. Censorship. That kind of worked out for me, actually. I don't know what he hopes to accomplish. Like, is he planning on trying to take over through pushing my loyalty down? I don't know. Yes! We launched a satellite. We can now see everything. All eyes on our tiny little Civ world.
You can never plan the future.
Okay, how close are we? Now it's saying 14 turns for culture, when last time it said 6. We might get to diplomacy first. We have 4. How else can we earn? Here I am thinking this would be done in 6 turns. Whoo, boy was I wrong. This video will be seeing much editing. We got a shopping mall or food district. Oh, tourism. Yes, please. We just gotta hope that we get to a victory condition before somebody else does, because that would be a major bummer, guys. Oh, I don't want to do a moon landing. Then we ended up winning a science race. Can be run in any city with an industry zone. When complete, the lifetime carbon emissions of the city are reduced. Sure. We have nothing better to do. I don't know who else to promote, I guess. Ooh, let's see what we do. Awesome. Wow, we leveled up again. That's amazing. We're just putting out trees, trying to be all nice. Are there no religious? Like, now we can see the layout of the whole map. So let's take a look at the full screen. So this is where we're at. This is kind of how things have happened.
Entreaties cause thee to turn a fate. You can never plan the future.
I'm just so afraid that another Civ's gonna get another victory condition over me because I'm so close. I can almost taste this victory. Now it's saying 3 turns. Yay! Sure. Global war rigs, yeah, getting intense here. Don't think there's anything else we can do to increase tourism at this point. It's just a matter of just hitting next. I'm just putting a bunch of builders out. I'm just trying to find stuff to build at this point. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Our agent was captured. Okay, so they can... Entertainment complex. Does he have an entertainment complex? Oh, it's a temple. Let's go to this wonder. I apologize. Oopsie daisy. I apologize as I send another spy over there. I can't, like, the rock concert thing is really cool. Like, I'd never played with this aspect of it, but... Whoa! 10,000! Look at this. Top tier performance. You had to be there. It was amazing. They totally melted my face. Nothing could ever top that. 10,000 tourism generated. I think, if I'm correct, that for every 500 you create 1, basically. So that's amazing. So that's really good. I'm hoping they're gonna kill my apostle. Apostle needs to die so I can traveling around the world trying to get a relic. It's not working out. Oh boy. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this victory. We're so close.
I never think of the future.
Nope, it's just the same. Okay, so they do really well at... Big Ben, so we'll go over here. We'll have another concert. Wow, they're doing so hot. Oh man, they're on fire. Oh my gosh, that is crazy awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go hit Big Ben next. Fantastic. Let's see if they kill my, thing. Oh wait, is there something else we can build? What's this? Biosphere. 200% power of offshore wind farms. Oh wow. That looks cool. Let's do that. No, we're not gonna do that, but that's kind of cool that you can. What do we need to build a Statue of Liberty? Harbor on the coast. Oh, we don't have a harbor yet. Do we not have a harbor? We do. Where's our harbor? Is this our harbor? I can't really tell. Yeah, that's our harbor, so... Is it... You know what? We can always build it over here. Does the city not have a harbor? Commercial district? Has a harbor. Maybe we have to have a seaport. I would think that you could build the Statue of Liberty right here. Oh. You know what? We just need to swap it. We might be able to build it now. No? Must be built adjacent to a harbor owned by the city. Cannot build on a... Must be built on the coast. We'll see. No. All right. Let's have a water park. Oh, I don't want to build over these tiles. They're so pretty. Oh, I don't know. Let's just get a builder out. It's like keeping everything busy. Oh, let's do another archaeology museum, because why not? Oh, wow. Who are we going to promote now? Promote her. We are so close to finishing this. I'm excited. It's saying one turn. Really? One turn? We have, like, overall, it's... We're so close to that, and we're so close to this. Oh, thank goodness. We're gonna beat it today! It's gonna be awesome! Sure. Okay. Another wonder. Why not? I don't know. Build something that's gonna take some time. There we go. Oh, you can build stuff on these. Neat. Gain sources. I think we are so close to this culture victory. I'm excited. Okay, let's see how our last concert does. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm doing a little recording for YouTube, so if I'm not super chatty, that's why. Hope you're having a good time. I know, right? Oh, our band isn't doing so good. He's like, these apostles, I've never played a game where my apostles have actually lived this long. Like, usually they get killed by something. That's just so funny to me. We did it!
The worth of a culture is not measured by its accomplishments, but in how those accomplishments last and how they are remembered. The beauty that you have inspired our people to create will ensure that our culture stands for all time.
Awesome. Okay, we did it. It was really, really close, but we managed to pull a culture victory off, and I'm so thrilled that we finished it today, because I was just looking at the clock. I want to keep this video to 30 minutes. I'm going to edit it down to keep it to 30 minutes. We learned a lot. We learned the importance about it isn't just about creating a bunch of culture districts. It's about creating... Culture districts are kind of like the start to it, but you have to think and plan ahead, way ahead for tourism. So you got to think about, like, where am I going to put national parks? Extremely helpful. Like, where can I build, like, ski resorts? Where can I put, like, sea resorts? So those all are things that you have to really plan ahead. And I would have to say that I always play domination and religion, and I would say out of all 5 victory conditions, I 100% think this one's the most difficult. I'm just going to say it right now. It's very complicated. You got to understand the difference between domestic tourists and other tourists, and, like, even talking to Borderline, and I was just like, you guys, like, in Civ 7, you need to, I wouldn't say dumb it down, but you need to streamline it. Like, I understand you build in all the math and everything else behind it, but I really think it needs to be streamlined so that if you have new people coming into the game, it's easier to comprehend and understand how, because, you know, if you're a new person, you're going to think, oh, culture, so all I got to do is just generate lots of culture to win. And I don't know if that was the case for Civ 5, but I think that streamlining it a bit and saying, no, you know, putting that kind of out there in the beginning and making it, just simplifying it a little bit for new players, I think would be very helpful. I still think you can do all the complicated stuff that works. And then maybe getting more tourists is a faster way to get to the victory, but maybe you can still just win by generating a ton of culture. I think having options to victory conditions is important. I think giving players flexibility and options so that they can get to the same victory they want to, but have different options to get there, I think will make it easier for people to understand. So let's look at the timeline. Let's see where our ranking was. Okay, that's not terrible. It's not fantastic either. So we ranked at 8. We're playing on King difficulty. I think I would really struggle to play this on deity or any higher than King. I think Emperor I'd probably be fine, but... So, like, she's definitely, it's about, I could probably pin this to where it is in history. It's probably, like, industrial era is when she really starts to take off. So she's I would call a late game bloomer. And I think that works out really good. Cities founded, cities lost, districts constructed. There we go. Yeah. And then, what's the other thing? Total governors, culture. So look, you can see in this graph that it's late game that she really excels at her culture. So that's something to think about. So thank you so much over on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I hope to get some more Civ content to you. I think the next victory condition I'm going to be shooting for my Women Leaders Challenge is science, which science is very straightforward, very clear, and I'm going to make it interesting by doing the shuffle tech. So that's really going to throw us a spanner so we can't just easily just navigate through it. I like using the game modes. So thank you over at YouTube and have a good one. I'll see you guys for next time.